Hey guys, welcome back to the video on my channel. Now in today's video, I want to talk about something that is a very controversial topic when it comes to the Heartland community and just the Heartland fandom, specifically on social media, but even just the greater Heartland fandom, and that is Graham Wardle's departure from Heartland in Heartland Season 14. Now, you've seen the title of this video, and my guess is that half of you guys know what I'm going to say, and the other half are probably really confused. So let me explain what we're going to be talking about in today's video. We're going to be talking about Graham Wardle returning for Heartland Season 19, and I'm just going to be giving my overall thoughts on everything that people have said about Graham's return to Heartland, and also some of the storylines that I have seen being floated around on social media, talking about how he could return and how the writers could write Graham as Ty back into Heartland Season 19. But before I continue, I need to remind you guys to please leave a like on the video if you enjoy, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more videos like this in the future. Now, when it comes to Graham returning to Heartland, if you are a subscriber to my channel, you know my thoughts on that. I think that it would be really stupid. It would make no sense, and I'd be very surprised if that were to ever happen. Now, of course, if you have kept up to date with Graham, with his Instagram lives, you know that he is not going to be returning to Heartland. He wants to do other things with his life, and he is just, that chapter of his life is done. He asked to leave Heartland, and he is doing other things. Now, when it comes to the storylines of how he could possibly return, a lot of people are saying that, you know, he could be in witness protection and he had to leave to protect Amy and Lindy. And to be honest, this is the storyline that I would find most interesting, but then there's problems even with this storyline. And the problem is that Heartland is not that kind of show. Heartland is not a show that would throw in major storylines like this. I wish it was, but that's just not the kind of show that it is established to be. And even when Season 14 opened with Ty's death, it really, I know it surprised a lot of people, but if you honestly, in all honesty, if you were keeping up to date with the news surrounding Heartland Season 14, and of course if you were subscribed to my channel or any Heartland channel that was covering Heartland at the time, it shouldn't have been a surprise to you when Season 14 opened with Ty's death, and then of course we found out that Graham did in fact leave the show. That shouldn't have come as a surprise at all to anybody, but that was probably the biggest surprise that Heartland will ever do, in my honest opinion. Now, unless we have another major character death or something like that, but these videos claiming that, you know, Ty is not really dead and Graham is coming back and all this kind of stuff, they're not true. I don't see Heartland being the kind of show that's like, surprise, this character you thought was dead like 5 seasons ago, and that we literally had a funeral for and a memorial. Yeah, he wasn't actually dead, he was just gone away. And if you've seen the videos of the Heartland producers and writers back in that first, I guess, were posted or shared on social media when Graham did leave the show back in Season 14, then you saw them say that they wanted to honor Ty's character, and the reason that they didn't have Amy and Ty had a divorce story or something like that is because they didn't see Ty's character being the kind of guy that would do that would leave Amy and Lindy. So the best way that they could honor his character and also honor Amy and Ty's story is having him die saving Amy's life. So for them to bring back Ty now and be like, actually, that was all fake, that would really undercut the whole I died saving Amy's life thing, in my opinion. And honestly, like, we're going into Season 19 now, even though it hasn't been confirmed. I'm very confident there will be a Season 19. We're going into Season 19, and Amy and Nathan, spoilers for the season finale of season 18, but in the season finale, we saw Amy and Nathan kiss. So if Ty was to come back in season 19, that was all for nothing. And that would... Any other TV show, I could argue that Ty could come back and he wasn't really dead and that kind of thing. But Heartland is not that show. And I understand these storylines, okay? They are cool storylines. They are interesting storylines, and they'd be really fun to talk about, and speculate on with you guys here on YouTube if those storylines were in fact going to happen. But at the end of the day, Heartland is just, it's not the kind of show that has these storylines. Unfortunately, I would love them. And I for years, I've wanted Heartland to have more dramatic, interesting storylines. But in all honesty, it's not that show. And not every show is a show like that. Some shows are just wholesome family shows that you sit down with, and you sit down with your whole family and you can watch the show with, regardless of the ages of anyone you're watching the show with. And that is what Heartland is. I think that the biggest shock we're going to get in Heartland is one of two things. Either it is going to be Ty's death in season 14, or in a few seasons from now, if we get to like season 25, we could see like Jack die. Or even if season 19 was to open with that, that would be a major storyline twist that no one saw coming. But again, I don't think that Heartland is that kind of show. So that is all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.